After the huge exclusive events in Watcher of Realms, right now we're finally back to the normal. So I'm going to share with you my personal opinion. Should you actually go for these events, for these summoning events basically, that is presented in the event calendar? Right now we have Special Invocation of Spirit, also Surprise Invocation of Spirit. Let's start with the Special Invocation of Spirit. Here we are presented with Valeria, also Brock here. Both of these two heroes I actually have, so I'm going to share you my personal opinion over them. And of course some epics, and the epic heroes is not something that you have to ignore. There's absolutely great epic heroes, and I still wait for some epic heroes to be, I don't know, summoned. I mean, some epic heroes are very hard to be summoned, but we have Breen, we have also this one, Imani. I have never actually used this hero, is maybe on level 1, and we have Janquar, something like this, yeah. Both of these three epic heroes and also two legendary heroes. So I'm going to share with you my personal experience with the legendary heroes that is here. I have Valeria, and there is some good points here and some bad points. First of all, the Chaostic Fraction is something that I really don't like that much in Watcher of Realms, and I'm going to tell you why. Everything here is related with losing HP. So the ultimate of the Valeria is, yeah, when it's triggered, she's actually losing some HP. Each attack consumes 10% of the current HP and generate 1 stack of power of sword. But believe me, I try Valeria on the guild boss. She's basically one of my heroes that I use from the Nightmare Fraction on the guild boss, and I have to time this hero when the boss actually put out his shield, because if I put her in any other circumstances, she's going to die from this meteorite that is going to do some damage over time, also doing pretty decent damage at the beginning. From the boss Roars that is reducing your HP. There's just a lot of AoE spells from the guild boss, and if you're not right with your timing, you're going to suffer, and this hero is going to die. Very careful with this, especially with the ultimate. But in general, I'm very happy with Valeria. Even on the guild boss, I'm going to even show you my stats here on the guild boss. I didn't focus that much on the guild boss lately, but I just do auto fights every day till I actually get some decent gear. Because let's be honest, if you don't have decent gear, even with the best legendary heroes, you're not going to perform that good in general. You just need gear. Here, two important things: heroes and gear, and artifact from time to time. And Valeria is doing pretty decent damage close to my arrogance. In general, I think this Nightmare 4. Yeah, Nightmare 4. But I have Theodore that is supporting my Nightmare Fraction by a what 30% chance to land a second hit. And Valeria definitely is hitting very hard. But still, Arrogance is on the top place. Even though Arrogance have way better gear from the Valeria. So here Valeria is actually needs timing because she's going to die if you're not careful with your ultimate, because she's not even receiving healing when she trigger her ultimate. I think it's right somewhere in the spells. The hero cannot be healed during the skill, so be very careful. It's not only for the guild boss, especially on the places where she's going to take some damage. And if she's taking some damage, she's going to go very fast, close to 0 HP. And the moment the ultimates end, she's going to be very easy to be killed. So this so far for Valeria. Maybe for the guild boss, of course, you can use her on the different place in the artifact material right. I even don't actually use her there, because in the artifact material right, the boss is just doing huge amount of damage. Maybe I'm going to show you my stage 18. I even use a 3-star hero here that is actually Cutter. So here comes the Abomination. Uagwe, the best tank in the game, in my opinion. Maybe some legendary heroes like Broker. We're going to go at the Broker at some point. Is going to maybe outperform Uagwe since Broker is also from the Northern faction. And every specific seconds, I think every 20 seconds, they're going to receive a shield that is equal to 20% of their HP. So as you can see, I use Volca here just for the survivability, also dropping the attack. Also Theodore I use. Arrogance and Rat are here since Rat can heal himself, and Arrogance is doing pretty decent damage. And with the help with the Volca, all these heroes is going to receive some healing, so they're not going to push that hard on my Vortex. But still, even here I don't actually use Valeria. I only use her on the guild boss, and I'm very how to say it, very careful how I actually use her because she can die. Absolutely great hero, I'm not gonna lie, absolutely great hero, but yeah, you have to be careful with this thing. So let's jump to the next bad boy, and this is Broker. Now Broker, I actually get him from the crazy vocational spirit, and is sitting still on level 1, but he is one of the best tanks in the game. Definitely maybe even a little better from Uagwe, even though Uagwe have some spell that actually separate him and make him unbalanced tank epic hero. And this is this spell here. Every 11 seconds he's going to receive a shield that is going to absorb 85% of the maximum HP. Absolutely mind-blowing. But Broker also, and also from the Northern faction, 20% every 20 seconds, I think. About the Broker, this freeze is absolutely great, especially in the guild wars. I think right now we even have a guild war, so I can show you that most of the teams are going to use Broker just for stopping the enemy from coming. And shield equals to get freeze, frozen, unable to take action, and shield equals to 90% of the maximum HP during the effect of freeze. This effect will disappear when the shield ends, blah blah blah. You get the idea. But this guy definitely is also a very good tank, and also have some talents, reduce the adjustment alliance damage taken by 10%, blah blah blah. Good tank. With 2 words, good tank. I mean, I will not go that much in the details about him, but yeah, if we check the Alliance War, right now we are in the war. I have to make my hits. You're going to see that most of the people, especially that one that is not getting their targets down, I mean their tower down, is going to use Uagwe, Regus, or Broker. Here, as you can see, is Uagwe as a tank. So maybe we can check some other guys. Broker is still alive. This one is defeated. Uagwe, Broker. I mean, this hero definitely find a great place. Here, Uagwe here. We don't have any good tank here, which is strange. And maybe here we have West and we have Broker. This one is also a very good tank, to be honest. Nightmare fraction, I mean, a Northern fraction, and this Ward, so definitely Wards is one idea better. And as you can see, we have also Broker. Very useful heroes in the Alliance War and many other places. Like for example, Gear Right 2, especially in the Gear Right 2, is most like related with the heroes that is healers and defenders. And for the Gear Right 2, you just need one strong DPS. I didn't actually put any effort here, to be honest, just because I have Gear Right 3 open. But maybe if I put some, there is many videos in the YouTube, you can go and check it out how to do Gear Right 2. Is basically timing, using heroes like Baron that have some undying stages. You can also use Theodore, who also have some undying stages, and stuff like this. Is more like you have to change your setup every time the boss starts doing his crush on the ground, and he's going to kill everything you actually have. So far this is for Broker. Maybe if I missed something, it's no for the guild boss. gear right, maybe gear right 2. About resource and promotional right, I don't think this right is hard for anybody in Watcher of Realms. For artifact material right, I still think Uagwe is the better choice. Even you can see the setups here and what people actually use. This is very strange why people use this hero. I mean, I have her, but I think he's very bad hero. I use Theodore since he's my fraction ward and doing pretty decent damage, but for the tanking, maybe here we don't see much tanks here. We see even worse that was presented before 5 days or 7 days. That is madness. But anyway, Broker can definitely find place in the gear right too, and also you can use him in the Void Reef and for the arena. You can use him for the arena and for the guild wars. Yeah, I forgot about the Valeria. You can definitely use her in the arena. I use her in combination with my Nightmare Fraction, and I put, for example, Rat in the center. And when the oncoming creatures start hitting Rat, my Rat is 5 times awakened. He's going to heal himself, and in the same time, Valeria is going to support as a damage dealer my rat. And you can put, of course, there Dwarves and other heroes. You get the idea. Just the Nightmare Fraction, just because I have wards from the Nightmare Fraction, I'm very, very strong there. And all of my Nightmare Fraction heroes are actually leveled up. But back to the event, I don't think this is something that actually deserve your summonings. Better save them. 2 words about the epic heroes here. Bryn is very good marksman, especially for the gear right 3, and in general for anti-air DPS, she's doing some extra damage. When each of the side arrow deals 110%, airborne units take extra damage. Absolutely great hero. I strongly suggest her, but I use her even in the gear right 3. I mean, it's not something like my main DPS there, but it's definitely going to help you. And I'm going to even show you my gear right 3 just as an example where I actually use green. Go in the gear right 3. I'm going to go for the stage 19. I'm going to do just auto just to be more fast. I'm not so sure that I put the full gear on the Idril. And the main hero that is doing damage here is going to be Idril. And Breen is going to be used from time to time here, just to kill these creatures that is coming from this side. Right now I'm going to maybe trigger it Idril when this mob here start. Maybe here is also a good tip for you guys if you struggle with the stage 18. Trigger Idril and Idril is basically going to kill the boss. Easy peasy. And since Idril is refreshing her ultimate every time she kills something, this is 5 times awakened hero, is going to make her ultimate very, very long. And here I use this guy Tailwind that is going to swallow everything that is happening. Here I use Bring just to do some damage before these creatures actually start. But in general the work is going to be done by Tailwind with his ultimate. And yeah, I just pass one creature. And this one is Wuneria. Wuneria, absolutely great hero, especially for the marksmans that increase the range of your marksmans. And like this, you may actually catch places that you may not. Like you see here, I use again the Breen, but in support with Idril. And we're going to get some mythical gear. Hopefully something good. I don't know, but yeah, as you can see here, I don't use that much Idril, but still she's very, very good hero, especially with the mood target hitting, and absolutely great hero for the AoE damage or anti-air arena. Normally anti-air arena is more like marksman related, since most of the marksman is going to do extra damage against air units. So about this event, yeah, I already spoke. I'm not gonna go in deep about these 2 heroes just because I didn't actually use them. I have them, but I don't use them. You cannot actually level up and use everything you have. I mean, especially if you have a lot of heroes. Now let's jump to the next event, that is Surprise Invocation of Spirit. Now, I really don't like this event. And I'm going to explain you why. If you're not close to your PT, just don't go for this event. It's going to be absolutely painful, and I'm going to explain why. Since in the Surprise Invocation of Spirit, you're going to get one legendary hero, for the people who don't know, and you're going to get, if you summon a legendary, you're going to get one extra. So if you make a summon and you summon legendary, you're going to actually get two legendary heroes. Why I don't like this event is just because to hit the PT you have to do like 550 250 summons, something like this, and when this summoning actually happen, is going to increase your chance by something. So if you check the details, it's going to be absolutely the same for this event. Legendary hero summon it after 200 consecutive summons in Invocation of Spirit. So you're going to get after 200. Well, for the worst, I actually make 170 summons, and I didn't actually get her. So I have to be definitely close to my PT timer. I'm not so sure I can actually see. You can check the latest. I'm not so sure I can actually see how much is my PT timer, but yeah, I will go for this event. But it's just because I need like maybe 20-30 summons to actually hit a legendary hero. If you're far away from this PT and you just get a legendary hero before 10 or 20 or 30 summons or even 40 summons, just save your gems or summoning crystals, and I don't suggest actually going for this event. Only if you're close to your PT to get something in return, since it's absolutely pointless to actually spend everything. You have to make like 100. Last time I was doing Surprise Invocation of Spirit, I actually spent 170 summons till I hit these two legendary heroes, and the PT timer is 200. So I make 170 summons to get two legendary heroes. I think it's way better, even though it's maybe the same, but I think Crazy Evocation of Spirit is way better. I mean, at least this is my personal opinion. Since here, if you have like 70 summons, if you have 200 summons, fine, you can go for this. But if you have 70 summons, you actually may not get nothing. If you have 100 summons and you're far away from your PT, over 100 summons, you still might not actually get any legendary heroes. So here is something like Crazy Vocation summonings, where the chance is 2 times, but it's only one time. I mean, only one time you're going to get 2 heroes, and yeah, it's just for one time. So I don't suggest people go for this, but if you're close to your PT, just go for this event. So this is actually the 2 summons that is coming. I strongly suggest everybody just do your quest to get more summoning crystals. And the best place for me getting summoning crystals is of course the guild boss. Guild boss is actually providing for me the best rewards in Watcher of Realms. Of course, I even make a poll on my channel, and yeah, like over 80% from the people, the best place to get better rewards is actually the guild boss. But anyway, I strongly don't suggest people go for these 2 events. Just save your crystals for something useful, and at least save one mistake I make. At least save 250 summons. So every time some new hero appear that needs to have a 250 summons, just to have this summoning right there. When you pass 250 summons, you can go for any event and summon, because was 3 heroes that was presented. I think one is Kriya, Wust, and Captain Rave. I didn't actually get these heroes just because I didn't have 250 summons. I was having like 170 summons, 150, 120, but I didn't actually have this 250. So little tip for me, just save your summons from this event. Try to hit 250 summons just to have them stored for you, and you can actually go and make some summons for the oncoming events. This event is just not so good, and even this 10 times chance up, increase it, the percentage is going to be the same. It's going to be 0.46% to get a legendary hero, and it's going to be absolutely the same percentage for surprise invocation of spirit. So if you're okay with this percentage, you can go, but I don't suggest. So this is my personal opinion about the events. If you want to check Wust and costume Silas on the guild boss, Wust was one of the exclusive heroes before 1 week. You can go and check it out, this video, absolutely crazy.